Hey, it's Chan for Different Skill, and I'm bringing another deck profile. This time it's of this incredibly glary deck, and it's not Prominence Glare, that was not a pun. It's my Brawler deck, and apparently I lost a card, so I had to make a quick replacement. I'll tell you which one I lost, so. But, anyways, of course, Big Bang, you cannot play Big Bang without your two sets of Big Bang, so of course, Big Bang Knuckle Buster, this guy here, quite powerful. When this card's in Legion, you may soul charge a unit with Big Bang Knuckle in its name. Of course, this is also a Big Bang Knuckle, and he has a cross ride of this one, or like he cross rides on this one, so you need him in the soul. And then you gain the ability, you gain the continuous ability that until the end of the turn, when this unit declares an attack, you select four targets for your attack. So you can attack their Vanguard and 3 rear guards. So. Quite powerful. And it also gains 5,000, and yeah. So when you have Big Bang in your soul, it becomes 13k. So very simple, very powerful card. You can kill all of their boosters and then cross right onto it. So it makes it so that it's really hard to deal with sometimes. But you have to draw the cards, which is the main problem. But isn't that the problem with like most things? So. In comparison to things that are like Persona Ride or like Persona Ditch, where it's like, oh, you have to discard something in the Vanguard circle, so it's hit the grade 3 or grade 2. This one I feel is more likely because I don't know, it just feels like you draw grade 3s more often. And you have 8 targets that, well, I guess technically you have one more target, because if you Legion, then you have you have 7 more targets, but if you Legion with a grade 2, then you have it's only 6 targets. So I guess that's an actual reason, but I don't think it affects that much. So I play 4 of these, and of course the old school 4 Big Bang Knuckle Dragon. I think it's Knuckle Dragon. Excuse me. Still a little sick. So, this card's effect. You Legion with Big Bang, Big Bang / Dragon, and then you can counterblast 2, a special counterblast 2, and then you can attack their opponent's front row and it gains 5k, and you can soul blast 1 to plus 3k. So, usually you don't want to be riding this guy, you just always want to be riding this one and you soul charge it. So, those are the grade 3s. This guy I lost one of, so I'm playing one more of these until I find a new one. This guy I believe is Yosei, and his effect is when you Legion, you can retire a unit in the front row. Fairly standard. It's okay to be retiring units in the front row because then you can attack the guys in the back row. So, I mean, he's not that good. I'd rather play 12k attackers, but I couldn't find any. So, yeah, even though this deck is like all about your guys being big already, having 12k attackers is still very useful. So of course, like I said, I only have 3 Big Bang / Dragons because apparently I lost one somewhere along the lines. His effect is that if your unit with Brawler in its name hits their opponent's Vanguard, this card gains 3k, and it stacks multiple times, of course. So if you have this guy and you attack 3 rear guards and your Vanguard, if they perfect guard or they quintet wall their Vanguard, this card still gains 9k for the 3 rear guards you hit. So very, very strong. Of course, the upgraded version, Big Bang / Buster. If you have a Big Bang Knuckle in your Vanguard zone, then this card is 11k when it declares an attack. So, of course, just straight up better than this. And if your Vanguard with Big Bang in its name hits an opponent's Vanguard, then you can add 3k to it. So, of course, these two are carbon copies basically, except this one is 11k base, which is quite relevant actually. So, yeah, this card is quite MVP. 2 Igor, I believe his name is. If he boosts a Big Bang, it boosts for 10k. So this works in the rear guard, like behind the rear guards, so not just behind your Vanguard. So if you have these guys on the sides and you have a grade 3, then you hit for 21 as well. Quite strong. 2 Kome. Kome's effect is that when you play it and they have 1 or less front row rear guards, you can discard a card and draw a card. So in this deck, you really want to dig for your whatchamacallit, your grade 3s, so you need these, but I only play 2 because you want your rear guard circles, your rear guard boosters, to be better boosters than a Kome or an Igor. So usually I boost the Vanguard with Kome because he's not that good, and my Vanguard's already pretty big. So 3 10k attackers. I only play 3 because once again you want to save space for your rear guards to have good boosters. So I mean 7k is good, but of course you want the star of the show to be this guy. So this is Arc, I think, or Alk. Yeah. His effect is that every time a unit is sent to your opponent's unit is sent to the drop zone, then you can. I think it has to be by a brawler, but not a brawler effect, just by a brawler. So if you punch one and kill it, you get 3k for this guy. So he becomes a 10k booster for 1 trigger, and of course the same old. If you attack 3 different guys, it's a 16k booster, plus like your plus your grade 2s, which are like this guy. Say best case scenario you have this guy, and then he gains 9k as well. Then what, like 9k, 9 plus 9 is 18, 18, 19, and then 16 is like 35. It's like 35 with no triggers. So your rear guard's actually much stronger than your Vanguard sometimes, so that's why boosting your Vanguard with like just a Kome is fine. So this guy's very strong as well. And of course 4 quintet walls. I don't play perfect guards in this at all because 1, I don't want to waste my hand size, and 2, you don't spend too much counterblast, so these are really good for filling up your graveyard. I played the grade 3 Searcher mainly because of course you need the cross ride, so the grade 3 Searcher will do fine. And the very casual 4 heal, 4 draw, and 8 crits. So that is the deck. It plays fairly well. I mean, it's pretty it's a very kind of even boring deck to play. But then again, Vanguard technically a lot of times when you just run out of juice, you just turn your card sideways until someone dies. But this deck is a deck where you almost never run out of juice, so quite good. You can attack. The weird thing is, you can attack like 3 rear guards like for 3 turns in a row, and your opponent can still win somehow. But yeah, the deck is quite strong. I think I wouldn't say it's top tier, but I'd say it's a very strong deck to play if you don't want to play a top tier deck. So yeah, that's this deck profile, and hopefully I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.